yeah, I went looking into this whole law of one and law of one raw and all these things, and I'm just looking around. It seems like the general consensus is starseeds and indigos and all these people kind of feel like babysitters. I see that. I hear that. I wish I didn't hear that, but I heard that. But there's some, I mean, squabbling, infighting. It's so funny. It's so wild. It's just corruption everywhere. Everything is corrupt. And it's like trying to find the true truth is, it gets tough. But this is the reason that nobody can understand anything. This is the reason why all these old Egyptian pyramid theories and all this shit's just blowing right up and nothing's making sense. And yeah, because you actually have to understand spirituality to understand probably everything that actually really happened in the past. People literally look at those pyramids and think that there was no divine intervention, no help with them, huh? Bunch of mud people did all that. With just wet mud, huh? Seems a little wild. And then you start looking at spirituality, and then it's just like, oh, okay, that's what makes these UFOs and shit make sense. Like, oh, okay, poor Tom DeLonge should not have had to look like a freaking psycho his whole life, being obsessed with UFOs, going, I know they're real, and everyone's going, they're not real. They've been around forever. I can't believe that guy had to freaking obsess like that. Like, obviously they've been around. And then when you start looking at this law of one shit, then it starts to kind of make sense that those things are probably here getting resources, or maybe checking on their players. What the hell are people made of? What kind of energy is flowing through us? It could be extraterrestrial type energy. Yeah, wouldn't that be so crazy to understand? When you're looking at these UFOs, you could kind of look at them and go, I wonder if that's friendly or foe, since we're all on a big terrarium. I wonder if that's a god vessel or a devil's vessel, I wonder if that's on the side of good or on the side of Luciferians and Draconians. Like, a lot of people say the ones with the blue lights are more friendly. I don't know. I don't care. I never gave a shit about UFOs. I never knew anything about religion or spirituality. And then I'm like, boom. Like, okay, yeah, I actually have been going through some spiritual shit this whole time. And this is why people keep looking at Howie Mandel going, oh, that's what OCD looks like when you flip lights. What about when you're flipping lights in your minds, guys? What about when you wake up every single day and you're doing shit like ruminating and you don't know what that even means, and you're having constant fear over COVID and over everything in this world? Fear. It's OCD. It's a disease of fear. And then nobody could ever believe that they might have a little bit of spiritual or religious OCD type issues going on, because nobody really thinks that they're spiritual and nobody really thinks that they're religious. So they've called it religious and spiritual OCD because they're freaking good. These assholes are good. They hide shit in plain sight. I had a friend of mine that was like, aren't you scared to like say the shit you're saying? What? No. There's people have YouTube channels about this shit. This is kind of like, this is a good little constellation of things that I followed when I started going through this last year, and I was going through my dark night of the soul shit. I made an hour-long video bawling right here in my garage, calling out for Christina Lopes, the heart alchemist, this super spiritual chick, and then Dr. Ramani, this like super credible psychologist. And I'm watching these women and I'm sitting here going, I don't know what in the fuck is going on in my head. But this is probably going to get called some crazy mental disorder that I am not ready to hear. I need to literally see what the fuck they're about to call me for this shit. And I'm freaking out very calmly, for the most part, going, everybody's under attack. Like, there is some kind of a siege going on. Like, every single person in this world is under attack. I feel like God is under attack. And I know as soon as I say something about God, they're going to have a fucking problem with me. Oh, yeah. But I made this hour-long video bawling, going, hey, like, what gives this doctor the right to say this stuff's all mental disorders when there's people over here making a good living, and a lot of them have their licenses, whatever, doctorates. Like, there's a lot of freaking doctors who are over here talking about spiritual aspects of shit, and they're not getting called crazy. But I definitely feel like I had a freaking stroke, and I have not been right since. And then I started looking at light workers, and that shit started to make sense. And then I started seeing things about indigo children and Lyran star seeds and Andromedan star seeds. And I'm going, well, I've kind of been like making little in puzzles in my head, and I've been like meeting people, and I just can diagnose anybody, I feel like. But then I'm looking at them and I'm going, well, I don't think you're crazy. I think you might just be men talking. Like, I started figuring this shit out. I went off looking for puzzle pieces galore. When you go off and you're trying to solve a puzzle in your head and you're looking for puzzle pieces, that's a really good indicator that you're on a spiritual path, and a really good indicator that you've fully woken up. I mean, ascension doesn't stop. It's just something. But when you like fully wake up and you know damn well your soul ain't from this earth, you wake up and your vision gets a little bit sharper almost. And then you start grabbing stuff that you've grabbed a million times, and it's just like, this thingamabob feels different. Everything kind of looks and feels a little bit different. Not in a crazy way, just in a, damn, yeah, I'm sovereign, I'm free. Dobby has no master, like, I'm free, I'm a free elf. And that's really cool. And then that lasts like a month. Before you look around, you're just like, oh my gosh. This actually sucks. Then you want to go shake everybody else away, because it's like, how's nobody talking about this? How is nobody talking about how, hey, you might actually just be a little under brain control? Like, maybe there's actually some shit going on, and there's a lot of people waking up and saying the same thing. And yeah, I started looking. Oh, then I found Aaron Dowdy, a little Pleiadian up here on YouTube, looking good for the crowds and preaching a bunch of truth. And then I saw a lot of people talking shit on Christ conscious people and star seeds, going, oh, these guys are just super feminine and they're just pushing that agenda. No, I just see a bunch of guys who like to eat vegan, and they don't like to eat scared meat, and they like taking baths, and a lot of them got up out of the color green and decided to go back down to orange and, you know, make a good living. You know, color things, just things you figure out when you go down a spiritual route and you get both your hands and feet out blue. But yeah, I also see a lot of them who are pissed. I see a lot of gnarly ass dudes out here saying the same damn things, and some gnarly women out here saying the same damn things, and they ain't saying it nice. They don't look like those feminine type guys that you think that they all look like. I mean, everybody's literally getting put in groups and labeled, and they're not getting labeled right. If you're gonna label things right, label shit right. So annoying. Finding out that something called Luciferians often present as super tall, hot, blonde bombshells, and it's just like, oh yeah? Really? I've seen a couple of them in Hollywood, I think, have really gone to shit lately. Is that what happened? Is that what happened? Is that what's happening here? So funny. Then there's a lot of people over on this side who use crystals, who have crystals. And there's actually a lot of Jesus Christ people who use crystals. And I was following Pastor Greg Locke there for a while, because so I don't know religion. I just like kind of follow people who kind of like said things that I thought might have sounded like they were maybe onto something, and I never really knew what they were. But I know this guy was like super, I don't know if he's evangelist or what, but he had a whole manic breakdown. I hope his family got him help. Probably a year and a half ago, this guy went rampaging against crystals and started calling every single person out there who has a crystal necklace witches and witchcrafty, and literally lost so many followers. I looked at the comments of that, because I don't have crystals or anything. I never did that. I've never been hypnotized. I've never gone to a psychic. I've never fucking known literally what I was capable of. And I'm here to tell you guys, you're capable of a lot, and this is why they're making us hate ourselves. Like, if you hate yourself, you hate God, and that sucks. So yeah, this dude's losing his mind, and these people are in the comments going, hey, I really, really love and respect everything you say, but like, crystals bring like some of my spiritual family members and myself a lot of peace and comfort in this spiritual war that people don't want to acknowledge. I mean, when does all of that quit getting called witchcraft? Because it seems like we're in a spiritual battle, like it or not. And if people are gonna like get crystals that are good for energy to fight back, I mean, how's that a problem? A lot of people say, they have spells cast over them at the fucking stores. Really? Why is the Ouija board still in stores? Why? Really? The things that we could be fighting about and we should be talking about, like, can't we all agree that the Ouija board's fucking terrible? Like, I think that should be getting pulled off the shelves, and then let's talk about the crystals. I know that if I fucking hung up one crystal in my house, if I came home with one crystally, occulty looking thing, that would be the straitjacket for me. That would be it. I can't play. That's not in my cards right now. And I don't even want them. Like, I don't even really want to have to be blinged out in crystals. I kind of like to have the peace of mind that you motherfuckers tried your best. Don't even with me ever again. I mean, nope. But, yeah. Everything can't be called witchcraft. That's not right. Especially when you have, like, Beyonce and the Kardashians and the Illuminati out here, like, practicing witchcraft, and you're bumping them. Like, letting our kids listen to that shit. That's okay. That kind of witchcraft's alright. Yeah, what these fucking evil Hollywood people are doing is all okay. We're gonna just keep giving them our money. We're gonna keep watching these movies and getting sucked into the metaverse. Mark Zuckerberg's trash. Ugh. Remember his little Illuminati coat? He looked like a gump when he got busted wearing it. That was so cute. Yeah. They all, though, say that if you're not talking about Merkabahs and the sphere of Amente and the halls of Amente, and you're preaching spirituality, you're bullshit, you're garbage. That seems to be true. Look into that stuff too. Just all shit to look at. Just suggestions. There's a lot of information out there. This chick, The Alchemist, she's top tier. She's so knowledgeable. Her name's Sarah. YouTube name, The Alchemist. And then I'm also watching this guy under the YouTube of Krista's Avatar. Now, this guy, like, it's okay. When people make fun of me, that's like one thing. Like, okay, whatever. But when people make fun of other people like me who know more, and they present in a way like this dude comes off like such a hippie stoner guy. His energy is bomb. Everybody that watches him loves him. not everybody. There's some definitely rude comments in the comment sections, and I just get so mad. Like, I get so pissed off because this dude and these people are out here just vibing, and they're all people. They all have personalities, and I watch a couple of them where I'm just like, I love the shit out of you. I totally understand why some people are like, oh, you can't even take this guy seriously. He's such a hippie. Get the fuck out of here. That guy knows so much. Um, and yeah, if you're gonna watch him and think bad things about him, where are those bad thoughts coming from? You're scum, period, because he's a peach. I super trust that the shit that he's saying is pretty damn accurate. I'm going around sussing out everybody's information to see what I feel like is accurate. Be cool. Some of these super smart people in my family would like help because, yeah, I'm definitely attached to elder indigos and sibling indigos, and family's a bit of a real flush. Maybe I better start talking about this because this is serious.